Hello, what's up everybody? Here's Ice Cold and I'm here to give a daily analysis once again during the week for June 18, 2024. So, excuse me. I'm still sick, so sometimes I might just be coughing a little bit and just adjusting my throat. So let me get this out. And yeah, let's get started. So here I have the weekly MACD, and this is the long-term strategy with crossovers and whatnot, which here we have printed a fair value gap on the weekly chart, on the Oanda chart. So, I mean, it's kind of an indication that we can be looking. I don't even have, oh yeah, I do here, weekly point of interest. So what I could be expecting is just like, I'm looking for shorts in the long run, but that point of interest could be invalidated if price this week just ends up like in 3 days. If price in within the 3 days just goes back up, it would be an invalid point of interest. But as for now, it's printing fair value gap. So it's looking it's looking really bearish. I'm pretty surprised. So that's my outlook. I feel that we still have loads of liquidity here as well. Areas that we haven't go down to yet. So I'm looking for areas here, even like 40,000, stuff like this, right? So it could be possible. As for now, we have a point of interest right here as well. And those are weekly targets. So they could be there in, they can, price can go there in a really long time because it's a weekly. Every weekly candle, every weekly bar is 1 week. So it could take a while for it to go there. It could take several months and whatnot. So let's just see what happens. Overall, we are bearish on the MACD. And here, I'm just looking at the high, 73.5, 60.7. Okay, so this is higher. And yeah, so I'm just seeing that we're in the red, and it looks like we tried to test the all-time high and it looks like it failed. That's how it looks like. And on the daily chart, we are on a bearish trend, so we are in the red. So here we're looking for downwards. So on spot, like if you're looking to spot trade, it's just best to be out of the market in, well, most cryptos and in crypto in general, um, because Bitcoin is downtrending and there's a lot of confluences and correlations between Bitcoin and many other coins, like anything that's um, like Cardano, even Polkadot or Ripple. Well, Ripple doesn't have like the same kind of correlations, but it's very similar still. So Bitcoin is king. If it goes down, a lot of other coins will end up just staying still, dropping, not doing much, just being uninterested into going up. So I'm looking in the red, and that's it for my MACD strategy. Let's go to the daily chart. So here we have what I've been calling since a while. I'm still aiming for price to go here. Is going closer and closer day by day, closer and closer. So shorting is still a big thing with Bitcoin. If you're into futures trading, perpetual futures, uh, so betting the market to go down. So like a trade like a trade like this. I'm just showing people examples here. Here we go. We would make 2 times of how much you would lose. If you risk $50, you would make you can make potentially $100, 115 or $25 kind of thing, right? So that's roughly it, the gist of it. I'm just showing a quick example here and there. So we are in a bullish structure, so going up, but because our order flow is down, it is in the pullback. So we are in the pullback of the uptrend. So we're not in the run, which is, this is the run. Here we had what's called complex pullback. It could go any way, and it's like confusing. And there's a lot of like up down on the order flow. So, but here you could see that we're like really in a high. There's been a sweep liquidity grabs, like 2 of them too, which is insane, and then a shock. So a combination of both determines that it's been more of a confirmed pullback and a bigger pullback to make it's a bigger pullback. It kind of confirms a pullback in the end, just saying, okay, there's a chance that it's gonna go down more when you see combinations like that, liquidity sweeps, the fact that we are in such a high right now here that it probably needs like a bigger pullback. So as I was saying, since a while here, this failed because it got sweep. Order flow turned bearish, and now we are going to look in this here, which looks really nice. So it could potentially do this here, and then we would be back on the run of the bullish structure, saying that this range needs to be broken. The resistance. So this is my outlook on the daily here. Whoops. Now let's go on the 4-hour. Here you go, 4-hour chart. We are in the bullish structure, so we are going up. But same thing, we are in the pullback. Here there's been a sweep plus a pullback, liquidity grab. It's a combination, and things have looked really shaky here. So that's one thing. That's great. And here we have, there you go. So here I see liquidity grabs, a sweep here, and another sweep right here. And I'm looking for the close of that. So there are 2 sweeps. Now, my future shock here is the bullish shock. So order flow if price hits the order flow to change to bullish, then it will change everything. It will be now that the bullish structure is going to be aligned with the order flow, determining to say that we are in the run of the market structure of the 4-hour chart. So, and especially if we have sweeps here, liquidity grabs, they are bound to reverse. Liquidity grabs, that's what they do. And when you add in confluence the shock, the order flow direction, then it adds more of a confluence for your to determine that you're bullish or bearish, and that's when you determine to say, I can do longs, I can make trades to buy. That's the trick. But the gist of it now is we are we are still bearish, and there's no point of interest in in underneath this order flow. Our point of interest is here. I'm honestly, to be honest, I'm kind of looking for a long right now, and that looks like a crazy hammer right now. It's a hammer is the indication of having a candle that has a big wick here. I'll just put my cursor arrow. Here you go. It has a big wick here, and so this is the candle, the live price, and it went all the way down here, but rejected back up, therefore being it got rejected. So it went down, but this candle, the buyers won because there was a rejection going all the way up here. As for now, the bulls are winning, the buyers. Now, if this candle prints white, which is now it's blue saying it's going down, but if it prints white, then it's a more confluential candle to say, okay, we are ready to do longs. We are ready for that. We are ready to go buy. It's just more of a confluence. So that's a good thing. So right now I am waiting for more answers on the 4-hour. So at the moment I wouldn't do much. 15-minute chart. Let's see what happens here. So there's been a lot of things happening lately on this. So here we have had let me just look at this right now. So right now we are in a bearish structure here. So what the hell? Okay, we are in a bearish structure right now. I'm still here. I just made this mistake earlier this morning. I'm still in this range right now. And what has happened is that we have pulled back to the 30% of this range. So that was my final range distance, my final distance of the range. And here, well, there was a trade on the 1-minute chart That looked really nice. And we had a 15-minute point of interest here that was top. And now what has happened is we'll go back here and check out the trade that's happened, because we can see what has happened here, and we can look at that at on the 1 minute. So we had a 15-minute point of interest, and let's look it up. So we're trying to identify your entries. We try and identify a liquidity sweep. So let me put back my cross here. Nope, no sweeps. Ah, here we go. Here's a sweep. So here we have what is called a 1 minute sweep inside of a 15-minute point of interest. So this is where you look for entries. So here, boom, perfect. So here I would look for actually I'm gonna add another. Yeah, there you go. And sometimes, okay, so here we are looking for an entry. So I'm actually curious about like so many things right now. Okay, I'm just deciphering something at the moment, so just figuring things out. So here we are looking for a potential long, potential short. So here we have our entry that we just entered inside. Boom, it entered. And usually what I target is the number 4, -4. And usually I target inside the point of interest here. So just above the point of interest, the 15-minute point of interest. And we ride the wave. So let's go. And let's see what happens. I would take some at -1. And yeah. So if you would have broken even, it would have been a bummer. And let's see what happens next. There you go. Oh. And then here we go. That's a very long trade, but we're almost there. And there you go. Boom. So that was a 3R trade. So if you risked $50, you would have won 150. So that's our trade that has lasted at least a while. Anyways, we didn't enter that, but that's how it happened, and it looked like a really good trade. Anyways, so even on the 15-minute chart now, okay, here we are. So here, this is amazing. This is such a good indication for a long. Here's what happened. So here we printed a bearish range. Now the destiny of that bearish range, bearish structure, is that price breaks lower and does that pretty much. What happened here is that, okay, and then it went here but rejected and then printed a shock. It's actually a even bigger confluence when you see the indications here. So what you see is that we have a bearish break of structure. The destiny of price was to go here, but it rejected. So it wants to go back up. So I would even look for short-term longs. So here, what happened is rejection of the structure, liquidity sweep, another liquidity sweep here as well, a shock. It's actually really nuts. It's actually a big, that was a big play here. And here we can print, we have a point of interest here. I would even go inside this structure here. And I'm even thinking like a trade like this would be great. 5-hour trade. I think I might place a limit order here. See what's up, because I'm looking at the 4-hour chart and I see some sweeps, some rejections, some very good indications that we just hit the discount of the bullish structure, and it just hit it by the tick, which is insane. Like it hit it by the tick, like probably one tick of a difference. That's like, and that's how precise my analysis are. They're really precise at times. They work like a charm. So here's my indication of what's happening. I'm really thinking about this. I feel we might just go to the 4-hour here. Might do a trade like this, make it look good, and that's it. Yeah. So if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you enjoy all your day and enjoy the weather. So yeah, have a good one, guys. Bye bye.